Righto, we'll wait for a few to come on and we'll get stuck in to see what's going on. I haven't announced this one. I'm just going to try and do a catch up with you guys because yesterday's live didn't work. So while we're waiting for things to come on, I'll see if I can't find these seals and get happening, I suppose. Open up to do something. Do we have anyone on? Here we go. Starting to come on. G'day Joel, how are you, buddy? I hadn't announced this one, but we couldn't do yesterday, so I thought I'd jump on today and, yeah, see what's going on. So, and the seals I was looking for yesterday, I finally found. G'day, Ford's Best, how are you, buddy? Ivan's 100, g'day, buddy. Tanya, we're all coming on board now. What happened yesterday? Okay, yesterday the internet for some reason just wouldn't work. I just couldn't get it happening. I don't have, hey mate, I need some advice. All right, Tyson, what do we got, buddy? How can I help, mate? We just couldn't get it to work yesterday. So yeah, but I don't have Nicole here with me. She's still extremely sick, but I come over to get something done. I've been actually videoing today and out and about. Hey fella, how's the black GC8 going? There's a video that will get uploaded tonight. You'll be very surprised at that ECU. I can't keep the smile off my face, to be honest. You'll see it, tonight's video. I'll edit it tonight. There's some of the 300ZX. I've been cruising around in this all day. I haven't been pulled over with no plates, but it's awesome. Like, what a car. Like, it is just mint, this thing. Couple of little bits and pieces, but I've been having fun today driving around in that. Young Mia's been with me, but I've got to get some work done. Well, I have a Jeep 96 Cherokee making a knocking noise. Okay, knocking noise in the engine or knocking noise in the front end, buddy? Or in the tail shaft, in the front, in the back? A little bit more info. So yeah, but the live stream yesterday, it just didn't happen. And I'm sorry about that, guys. Sometimes just living in Western Queensland, you can't work out what goes on. So, but yeah, but I'm going to try and get some more of this done today because I want to get this van out so we can get the dyno in. It's out there somewhere in full time and get stuck into that to start getting it done. I bought a black AU for $900 for a burnout car. Mad. Message just come through. One of my mates, Jake's on his way over here. He actually got a Jag off me the other day. We done that swap, so he's coming over here at the moment. How's the turbo VN? The VN, well, you can see it up there on the hoist. Okay. The VN now is not getting that turbo. I bought that kit off eBay and it just didn't fit. Like, even to the point where your exhaust manifolds bolt to the cylinder head, the head bolts were fouling on everything, and when they built it, there's no room around the back. So we actually have a speedboat coming in, and we'll do a turbo conversion on that speedboat. So that's what's going to happen with the turbo. So we'll put a Buick in it and put the turbo on it. It's got a slant 6 in it now, but that'll be a pretty cool build. All right, what do we got here? What's the best advice for fitting a big lift on a Subaru? When you say a big lift, what do you mean? Like 50 mil is just normal lift. I made up 100 mil spaces. You'll have to extend your brake lines. Don't go too big. Yeah, you just got to take it slow. 31s don't quite fit. Most four-wheel drive wheels will fit. If you I'll do some more video on my other Subaru anyway, guys. And yeah. Hope so. Hi guys. Tyson, sounds like it might be from the back end the motor or near the manifold. Could have done a big end, spun a big end bearing, buddy. Pull your spark plugs out and see if there's oil on one of your spark plugs at the back, or maybe a bit of piston or something, because it sounds to me, or drain your oil. And if there's heaps of metal in your oil, you've done a bearing or something, mate. That's probably the best advice I can give you without hearing the actual thing. Just looking for these comments. Knock in park when drive, it's gone. Oh, when it's in drive, it's gone. Okay, so it's knocking. Your exhaust is hitting on the floor, I'd say, mate. If it's, because when it's in park, it'll be sitting there idling and it'll jump a little bit and knock on the exhaust. When you put it into gear, it ends up with tension onto the through the drive shaft to the motor, which puts tension onto your engine mounts, and it will move that exhaust just away from the floor, I'd say, and then you take off and it's all right. And then I'm guessing once you pull up at the lights, at times it goes dunk dunk, and then you take off. So I'd be guessing that that's your exhaust going. Engine mount, yeah, exactly what Stefan said there. There's probably an engine mount gone, buddy. I want the Formula. She's actually turned into quite a good car, guys. Like, the boys have I haven't been here much this week because I'm obviously out in the truck all the time, but suspension's done front and rear, steering rack's sorted out with boots and stuff now. Brakes are sitting here on the table, ready to go back in, just redoing the wheel bearings. Windscreens are out front and rear. We've just got a little bit of rust to sort out there, then they'll go back in. We bought some, you can buy Atlas Alpine White paint in a pressure pack. I'm not going to repaint this before we do that big trip. I'm just going to do some touch-ups and paint the bonnet, and then we'll come back to it later to do paint work on it. But yeah, how's your experience with the Buick tunnel ram intake kits? Never seen one, mate. I've never looked at doing it. I'm not a big 6-cylinder person. Spending money on 6 cylinders, yeah, I don't know. I do like this thing though. Yeah. Do you have a number I can send or call a video? Just Google Kingatow. You'll find my business number up there, and you'll find the website for the towing side of things. If you just send it to there, mate. I'm glad to see you back. G'day, Peter. How are you? Do you have any tips welding GTS flutes into a guard? Just make sure it's clean. Maybe use some of those magnet things you can get to cut the size out, and then use magnets to hold it in place instead of just trying to hold it. And just take it easy and don't put too much heat into it. Twin throttle bodies, Formula, hanging out the bonnet. It's not that sort of car, buddy, the Formula. She's just a tidy sort of thing. I've got other builds I'm doing that have got blowers and stuff like that. That thing there's just a tidy car. It's not worth chopping apart like that. I think I'd wreck it doing that. Do Tow have a VT GDS? What's that? Dow Tow have a VT SS. I don't understand that, Joel Smith. Jeffrey said, "G'day, dude. Up and running. Got some people butt hurt because." Oh, Jeffrey, it's all good, buddy. It's all no problems at all, man. Yeah, we just try and do what we can. Buying a Honda Integra. I don't have any Hondas. I actually had a blue Honda a while back. I sold it to a mate, Keith, in Kingaroy, and I regret selling it. Like, it was really nice in the interior. It would have been a nice build. But Jeffrey, don't stress about it, dude. All good. Life goes on, brother. Not much we could do about it yesterday. It's just how it went. But I just do want to try and get this going so I can get it out. But yeah, I really should have been here this morning. But yeah, that 300ZX, I just kept driving it around everywhere. Like, it's not. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, you'll see it in the video anyway that I'm editing up tonight, and the WRX is in it too. So, which is good. We've worked through a bit of that. She's still. I think we'll call it the brokeroo because it's just broken all the time. I don't know. Hi, my dog died yesterday. I'm still missing the live. I read my dog died yesterday and missed the live. The live didn't happen, buddy. Due to the fact that we didn't want to upset you because your dog died, we didn't do the live. So here I am today. No, it's terrible that your dog's died, buddy. I don't have a dog anymore. I love dogs though. But yeah, just working on cars with dog shit in the backyard doesn't do it to me. Any updates on the SV? Not yet. Looking at LC tomorrow. Sweet. That'll be good. Alvin, perhaps when we do these, the parts finder live on the Wednesday nights, I'm gonna try for this Wednesday night. It might be a bit of a shit fight, the first one, until I iron out the bugs and work out how it's actually going to work to do this parts thing for everyone. But maybe send some photos in on that one. Hey Red, how you going? Broken Subaru life, that's about it. Oh, it's just I got lied to on the car, but it's just how it goes. I have a pretty, I'll talk about the SV in a second. I have in my life, because of what I do, and I buy so many cars all the time as a job, I have a pretty firm dickhead rule. So as soon as someone starts to carry on like a dickhead, that's it. No matter how bad I want that car, I'm out. Because it always is more of a headache than what it's worth. This guy just skirted on the edge of that rule, and I went for it anyway. And when I got there, it just was not what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to have good paint and good panel, and every panel on it's rooted. But anyway, the SV89, it's in my driveway. I just keep driving it. So I think I'm going to do half a tidy on it, get the windows back in it, get everything working, and enjoy it for a little while before I pull it all apart and turn it into a project car, if you know what I mean. Because it drives nice and it's quite good. Pull the interior out, we'll clean all the interior, we'll fix some of that rust around the back, we'll clean the paint up and enjoy that car a bit. We'll use it for some trips somewhere, or if I'm going to buy something, we'll jump in it and go. Because it goes good. Like took a mate. I bought a turbo kit off a mate the other day, and I let him have a. Well, we went for a drive, and he was driving, and he's got an LS in a Commodore, and he goes, "This 5 litre would eat my LS." So, yeah, I know it'd beat my Ute because my Ute's slow, but there you go. Buy a Triton. I've got some Tritons out there, but I just don't know how much interest there'd be. Any VN Calais for sale in around Adelaide area? There you go. Anyone got a VN Calais? Hard to find VN Calais these days. Yep, understand, man. Definitely keep the look as it sits, as in the formula. Yeah, no, she's I'm going to try and keep working away a little bit, guys. Well, it's just hard not having Nicole here, and Letho is extremely. VN Calais for sale in around Adelaide for around $1,000. Geez, you'll be lucky, dude. Yeah, finding a VN Calais for, it'll be rough. But yeah, build one of the Tritons into a comp truck. Building a comp truck at this point, honestly, if I'm not interested in the build, it'll just sit there. I'll never touch it. There's so many other things that I enjoy doing. Who knows what's going to happen down the track? It's only early days. Like, well, what are we at? Just under 5,000 subscribers now. Fraser Island, we are building the HB Tirana four-wheel drive to do Fraser Island, so that is coming up. But a comp truck, I really need to be able to drive it on the road in order to have something and spend money and time on it. But anyway, that's just another mission in itself, isn't it? I look for some pics so I can get these seals out. Okay, good. How good am I at bodywork? G'day, Braden. How are you, buddy? Britain's torsion bar suspension would be a good for a comp truck. I know nothing about comp trucks. Nothing at all. I've never watched them. So I'm really the wrong one to be building one because I have no idea about them. Yesterday was bad luck with the internet connection. It's just the way it goes. It's just how things go sometimes. But yeah, it's just how it goes. But I'm in no rush to be building a comp truck because honestly I know nothing about them. But that doesn't mean that depending on where the YouTube channel goes that I may build one down the track. At this point, I think we're at about 7 weeks where I've actually been uploading videos regularly, and things are growing extremely quickly. So who knows where we will end up at the end of all this. But there's no plans. I'd prefer to build a drift car or a drag car before I do that. We'll be reviewing, g'day mate, we'll be reviewing the show on the next episode of the Pod Filter podcasts we are recording tomorrow night. Awesome. That bloke there that just commented, Adam Ward, okay, those guys, I don't know, like, I've been a truck driver a long time, okay, so I've been out on the highway a lot. I listen to a crap load of audiobooks, but at times you're looking for something else. And I don't listen to the radio because it's all just politics and it's just drives me around the twist. I know nothing about politics, but podcasts seem to be the way of the future. They're sort of like an interview show on, I don't know, surely you know what a podcast is these days, but those guys are over in WA and they've got a podcast called the Pod Filter. Okay, normal dudes like us. One of them's got a tank Fairlane. The other bloke, he's got a British accent and he's into Hondas and stuff like that. They seem to be fairly entrenched in the car scene over in WA. And there seems to be a pretty solid car scene in WA. I don't know, I get a lot of messages from people in WA. But yeah, so they're into their second season of the Pod Filter. It's worth a listen. You know, it's just more Australian dudes doing stuff. And the more of us that support each other, the better. So yeah, the Pod Filter, you can get it on any of those apps and that for podcasts and stuff. They seem to be all right sort of guys. Just having a crack, which is what it's all about. So yeah. But I messaged them when I first sort of started with the channel and I was only small. But you just said then they're going to sort of mention us on the next one, which is great, mate. Adam and the boys, I really appreciate it. Like, I bet you didn't think when I messaged you that first time, Adam, that things would have progressed so quickly, because I'm telling you, dude, I didn't. But yeah, so yeah. But if you guys are ever over here, make sure you yeah, hit me up. Tyson, you sent a video. Okay, mate, I'll have a look at that when I finished here. Okay, and we will, yeah. Can you drift anywhere around your place? No. That's the problem at the moment, is it's very hard to find somewhere for me to do car stuff. Hey mate, gonna put up some videos on the SV89. It's a beast. Yeah, the SV89 will be around for a while. I'm gonna use it. As I just said, I'm gonna do a tidy up on it and actually use it. The Formula you'll see a lot of very soon. That car there, I'm just amazed. Like, that come out of a backyard. It was a mess. I don't know if you guys saw what it was like, but it's come up to a very solid car, which is great. But yeah, I'm trying to find some pics so I can pull these seals out. But yeah, enjoying all the content regardless. I'm glad to see your channel grow. Mate, I'm glad to see it grow, and the support of you guys has been. Any thoughts on an engine to put in an FJ45? We're about to do, I've got a couple of FJ45s out here. One of them's high in Queensland. G'day buddy. Mark, hello mate, how are you? So I've got these ones here. This one here's got the standard 6-cylinder in it, and I've got another one around the corner that was a V8. If you want to put a V8 in one, we're not going to be, this one is going to end up 2-wheel drive, so it's not going to be 4-wheel drive. So if you actually want to put a V8 in one, I do have a bell housing gearbox and tail shafts and everything to go V8, because I'm not going to use that stuff. It'll just be a tail shaft that won't be 4-wheel drive, that one, once it's done, when Letho's come up with this grand plan. So we'll let him have a play. Old Jake's over here, just turned up with his you just subscribed, did you buddy? Who was that? Big Mac. Welcome, Big Mac. Thank you very much for subscribing. That will all help. I'm trying to get to that 5,000 mark at the moment. So anyone that hasn't subscribed, if you could, that'd be great. At the 5,000 mark, there are websites that will deal with people like me to help me with promotions and stuff like that, so I can actually start to make some money from this and get out of the truck a little bit and play with you guys a bit more. So yeah, here's the Jag I swapped young Jake. It's just awesome. I see the boys cruising around town in the Jag, and I just love it that there's another, you know, generation of dudes that are sort of 19 years old cruising in Jags. Love it. It's awesome. When's your best free car you have got for your towing pickup service? What's the best free car that I've got? Love your work, keep up in Perth, WA. You're over there near Adam and the boys from the Pod Filter, mate, over in WA. A lot of you boys, there must be a big, people have been putting Barra motors in 4-wheel drives. Now Barras, I'm going to get lynched here. Barras, a mate put a Barra into an F100, right? Barras are awesome motors, don't get me wrong, in a light car, like, you know, the Cressida, Benny's Custom Works or whatever it is, put that in. Now, in a light car, a Barra is an animal. It is good. But you put it into a big thing like a 4-wheel drive or something like that, and they just seem to be, okay, and I've said that, seem to be donkeys. I haven't seen anyone with big success in a big heavy car with a Barra, okay? That's not because I'm a Holden guy or anything like that. I do want to do a Barra something, but you get mixed results. I know guys that have spent a heap of money, put it in something, and they're just, you've got to spend a fortune on them, you know what I mean? But anyway, everyone to their own though. Hey Red Man, what's been happening, brother? Just working, dude, just working absolutely flat out. The truck just keeps me running off my feet. Yeah, and don't forget to, Nicole's just put up there, Devonali Designs, that's her YouTube channel. Thumbs up and likes and stuff like that, because that helps us in our algorithm to move forward and get these subscribers where we need to be. And sorry to harp on money, but to get the money coming in to keep us moving. And I still haven't found a pick. Now you see why I get nothing done. I go to do tow jobs and I turn up there and I just start talking to people, and then I'm late for my next one, and then I talk to the next guy because he's got some car there, and then I talk to the next guy. I'm not really suited to this working life. I'm more I'm more suited to this talking life. But anyway, what do you do, eh? Can't win them all. I'll get there. Nicole is starting to feel better. She lost her voice. She's still not 100%, but LS all the way. I agree. Or you don't discard your Holden 5 litre. Like, as Luke said the other day, he jumped in the SV89 and drove that, and it hauls ass, that thing. Like, it's not a bloody drag car, but it does everything you need to do, and you don't need an LS. But 5 litres generally are a little bit more expensive to buy than an LS because there's not as many around and not as... But yeah, I love me 5 litres like I do. LS the world, I agree. I'd have another LS tomorrow if I could find one. I'll have one today if someone wants to sell me one. Nissan what? Nissan, Toyota. Hell yeah, Nissan or Toyota. Mate, if you want a Nissan, if someone wants a Nissan, that 300ZX there, what a car. Like, this thing's mint. Like, it's just crazy good. I'm going to sell it, like, and I'm bloody stupid because I've got a little bit of clean-up to do. I've got all my crap in here, but look how tidy that thing is. Like, all the dash is spot on. That bit there on the door, right, is the worst part of the whole car. Like, the back seat doesn't even look like it's been sat in. These covers are all the original covers that come for your T-tops, right, to put them away. These covers are the original ones. Like, it's just absolutely spot on, you know, like, yeah. And the good bit about this is they're actually worth some money. So I'll actually, hopefully I can have this finished soon, or the Bedford to sell for that air trip, which means we can spend more time doing videos and stuff like that. But we'll work on that soon. Can see myself, Jake, I can see myself in the background. Did you, Cletus Camaro, he's bringing to the Summer Nats? Yeah, I saw that. How good's that going to be? Cletus is coming across to the Summer Nats. Yeah, that should be mad. But maybe next year the channel might be big enough to be able to do something together. But at this stage, I don't even think I enter into their radar being over here in our beautiful country. But we'll just work on it, guys. Anyone that hasn't subscribed, please subscribe, and we can start to do a lot more of that stuff with a few of the other big YouTubers. And yeah, Gen 3 big block. I've got a big block over there to play with, a big fatty, which is going to be good. But once again, aluminium heads and roller cams aren't cheap. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Every day, just grinding away. What I'd really like, you can tell I'm never here because I can't even find my tools. I've got like 3 toolboxes and I can't even find a pick to pull those seals out. Where's the Summer Nats this year? I'm not sure if the Summer Nats are at Rocky or if the Summer Nats are at Canberra this year. But I think it's next year that they're moving to Rockhampton. So we'll just have to play that by ear. Play it by ear and see what we can do. They're probably at home. That little screwdriver will probably do it. Yeah, they're in Canberra this year. Yeah, I'm definitely not going. Next year, they're in Rocky. Depending on how things progress, we may build something during the year for Rocky because it's only up the road, so it's not too far. You need your own tool room with a paddock on it. Yeah, pretty much, mate. The boys do leave my tools alone. We've got another guy I done a tow for him Saturday. Yeah, yesterday. He's going to start on Tuesday, so hopefully he works out all right. Got another guy coming in to see me tomorrow about a job, but he has another job, so he probably won't be able to start till next week. Seb, who is a new worker, he's freaking awesome. Good bloke. If you're watching, dude, thank you. You are a champion. We really appreciate your hard work and effort you're putting in. He's getting married though, so he's going to be away for a week or so. So the old captain's going to be stuck here by himself again, which he always is anyway. But the pick's not heavy enough anyway. So g'day from New Zealand. A lot of dudes from New Zealand, which has been great. You know, we seem to be reaching far and wide with what we're doing, which is awesome. Yeah, so welcome everyone from New Zealand. New Zealand, I'm sure that my wife would want to go over to New Zealand at some stage, so we'll probably come over there at some stage. We might aim for a big car competition. I probably won't be able to bring a car over, but I'm sure I could buy something over there to destroy. I can't see why we can't do that. I do enjoy buying cars, in case you haven't noticed. Yeah, the stupid comments have slowed down a fair bit. I've stopped replying to them, which is half the battle for me. I just can't help myself, but try to explain to people, like, geez, mate, what's going on? You know, why are you being such a dick? But I'm learning very rapidly just to not to reply. the whole one where I should concentrate on one car at a time. I don't know whether they actually watch the channel though and understand that I'm actually running a business. I'm not just playing in my driveway. But if I stop buying cars, then my kids don't eat. But anyway, that regardless, can't help stupidity, can you? But anyway, what else we got going on? Jobs for Africa. No, I'm not in Africa, mate. But I don't care where you're from. Like, I don't care what nationality you are. If you're willing to actually work and turn up, I'd give anyone a job. I don't care. Heaps of Holdens and cheap VNs and VPs in New Zealand. Is there? Cool. Don't worry about the knockers. Yeah, no, that's it. That's what I've got to remember. That's what my wife keeps telling me. Just don't even enter into it with them. It's crazy, man. I'll just give you an update, guys. The ones that have only just got it. Sorry, making us then. The WRX, the black one. The Brokeroo, we'll call it, because it's just broken. We kicked some goals yesterday with that. It's been awesome. So that's coming up in tonight's video that I'll edit. Where are you guys at? We're in Nanango, buddy. Nanango Kingaroy area, which is about 2.5 hours west of Brisbane, in Australia. What's that, Jaden? You're new. Awesome, buddy. Jason Berg. I hope you subscribe, dude, to try and get us up to that 5,000. Mate, but welcome. I hope you enjoy the content, and yeah, we'll keep on pissing about, I suppose. Big Mac found that pic. Mate, I'm using my phone now to broadcast, so any pictures or videos or anything else that people keep sending, I can't see them until I finish this. Hi, bro. Any advice on fixing a 2003 hoodliner? It's all dropped. What was it, in a Crown? Dropping down. Okay. 2003, so what's that? VZ Commodore. Okay, so if you pull the hood liner out, pull the whole thing out. I think I've got one over here. It's out already. I'll put it away somewhere. If you drop the hood liner out, okay, and then get just a bit of plastic or even your credit card and just lightly scrape the glue off, okay? Because you know how when it's in the car and you pull the material out and you touch it, it all flakes off on you. Get rid of that flaky stuff, go down to Supercheap and buy 2 cans of black matte paint. You know, they have them on special. Just that export stuff, doesn't have to be expensive. And then just paint the hood liner with that matte black paint, okay? Let it dry, put it back in, done. It won't have the flaky stuff anymore. You won't even notice it. Bolt it all back in and it should be perfect. Just, if the hood liner is saggy, like the board's saggy, put some contact adhesive or something and press it up so it sticks to the roof. But that'll fix it, man, and it'll never drop again. Nice car at the back. That one, the Formula. Yeah, I don't know, if you haven't watched the videos, I think the first one of that is my almost SS, because it looks like an SS, doesn't it? I know, there's rear spoiler or whatever, but anyway, check it out. There's a few videos there on it. This is actually, this one, it's a manual. We're going to road trip that to Ayers Rock very, very soon. Obviously, it's pulled apart, but we'll get there. It's all good. That's old as, come up with something original. Jeffrey, what the fuck are you on about? That's old as, come with something original. What are you talking about? This is the sort of rubbish that annoys me. Like, come up with something original. No worries, buddy. We might just flick over to your channel and have a look. Christ. Why do I bother? This just makes me think I might just stop. But anyway. Plenty. See, that's why I shouldn't read comments, should I? Not me, Adam. Oh, sorry then, mate. Adam. Let's see. I shouldn't even be looking, should I? Oh, mate, Jeffrey, I'm so sorry. I didn't see the other comment. Obviously, you see how much those stupid comments piss me off. But anyway, mate, sorry. Nicole's getting up me already now. No, he wasn't, and I'm very sorry about it. The comments disappear on the side, and I've got to press on the screen for them to come back up. Yeah, sorry. Can't say sorry enough. I'm very sorry that I lost my shit again. But anyway, sorry. Oh, all right, we're getting somewhere now. I might even get these seals in within an hour. What do you reckon? You can drift at Archerfield in Brizzy. Yeah, Luke Fink. I saw his stuff when Adam LZ come out. Grumpy boy, Nicole's telling me. Now I'm getting told off. We've got that Supra over there that I'm going to put something in and build it into a drift car, and then I think Archerfield will be the one. Will be the place to go and start to drift and have some playing there. So that'll be quite good, I reckon. Archerfield. That Luke Fink seems like a nice sort of bloke. I've noticed he's got a YouTube channel as well now, which is good. So we'll be able to see a little bit more of that drifting. G'day Hamish, how are you, buddy? Thanks for joining. Who was Liam? Thank you very much for subscribing, mate. I appreciate it. Hey Skid Boy, how are you? You just missed out on me losing my shit for no reason and being an ass. But anyway, I do that a bit because I'm grumpy and old and I shouldn't. But anyway, what do you do, guys? What do you do? You try and get this seal out and you just can't, but because you need two hands. But yeah, so the live didn't work too well yesterday for some reason. But we're here today. You can help with the comments that show content and people understand. Keep doing a good job. Yeah, I know, but I still shouldn't yell at people. It's just not good. But anyway, any GQ patrols in your yard? There's a couple of patrols here. One needs a gearbox, one needs a turbo. We've got the turbo, but don't have the gearbox. But they're getting sold as complete cars. The Valiants are still there. I haven't had time to get to them. The Courier Ute. The dash and all that's back in. I haven't had time to film anything. The engine bay's painted. She's coming along good. I love that little ute. She's a beast. We'll get back to that very, very soon. And it'll be going and sold, hopefully. And yeah, what's doing, Jeffrey? I've got nothing bad to say about you, mate. Mate, I appreciate it. I was hanging for a comment to come up from you, Jeffrey. I'm sorry. I didn't see the other comments and you were sort of... Thank you. I'm sorry. What else can I say? But yeah. Sorry if that's shaky, guys. I might try and mount you guys somewhere. I don't know. When you are watching, when am I starting on the VR wagon? Okay. I haven't picked up the turbo gear yet. I was supposed to get it today, but the Courier is a beast, man. I love it. VL, the turbo gear I was supposed to pick up today, but I didn't. He didn't have it ready for me to pick up, so I thought I'd come and do this instead. And I also got to drive the 300ZX over here instead of the truck, which is a lot of the reason why I didn't pick up the turbo gear. I have got a phone call from a mate, Andrew, who you guys have met before. Dalesford, Victoria. I'm from Geelong, buddy, so we're not far away. Yeah. When are you going to build a VT? I'd like to get a VT Club Sport, the blue ones, even a 5 litre one. If I could get one of them to clean up, I'd be quite happy. Other than that, I don't think there's any other VTs I want, but if I can get a blue VT Club Sport, I'll be stoked. So if I can find one at the right money, I will buy a VT Club Sport. I've lost where I was at. VL, okay. I haven't found a VL wagon yet. Jaden, New South Wales, how are you? Starting my build tomorrow, hopefully. What was your build, Keegan? Were you the one that bought the Commodore Ute? I was pretty happy. A dude messages me the other day and says, mate, I went and bought this, I think it was a VS 5 litre Ute. He goes, and all because of your channel. He goes, I never would have gone and bought something like this. Had to put a fuel tank in it and change the fuel lines. But people, I'm hoping my channel is starting to show people that you do not need a show car. You do not need to spend $30,000 on some car. You can pull a shit box out of a paddock, spend a few weekends, tidy it up, and have your car. A tidy thing that you can go to the records like we've done with this. This thing here was a complete shit box. This should have gone to scrap, but it's mint now, you know, just through cleaning things and doing it. And yeah, I was stoked, you know. And then I was having a chat with a guy the other day, and then in the end he was talking about cars and this car and that car, and then in the end he goes, I'm 12, and I'm like, Jesus. You know, it's been really good, the changing people's way that they think about cars now, that you don't need something mint. It's just, if you've got a toy and that's what model you like or whatever, that's mint. So anyway, VL wagon, just hang on 1 second, guys. I'm gonna sit you just there. VL wagon, I haven't got one yet. Okay, yes, there is that one out in the yard there, but obviously it needs quite a bit of work to get it back to where it needs to be. Okay, so I got a call from Andrew, who buys a lot of cars. So he's got a, I'm going to go out and have a look. I don't even want to tell you about it. I want to surprise you. But if it is what he says it is, we're on a winner. So yeah, and he said there may be a VL wagon out there. So, and it's way out west. So it shouldn't be rusty. And when I say that, we all know it will be absolutely destroyed and wrecked, don't we? I'll move that backwards instead of love your outbook. Since watching your videos, I bought another car. Sweet. Where'd the comments go? Bought a set of 20s for my Fairlane. Mad. Got to always buy new cars, dude. What motor do you recommend for a VT? Obviously you got your LS. 5 litres are good. Like that VT, that SV89, that goes good. It's just got a 5 litre in it. Can you go, if you want something extremely different, what about a 1J or a 2J? That'd be pretty cool. Depends on what you want. You know, are you on P plates? Can you drive a modified car? There's a lot of different options. The Ecotec isn't a bad engine, it's just a boring engine. You know what I mean? Like it's just, they're reliable, they're cheap to repair, they're not too bad, but it's just your preference. Are you a V8 person? Do you want a turbo? There's just so many different sort of options. You can get kits to put anything in anything these days, really. Like it's, yeah. I don't know. I just hope that with this channel that we can get the next generation interested in cars and get them to understand that not everything has to be shiny. Like I respect what the sex spec sort of cars were back in the day, and I love the cleanness of them, but they're not really my cup of tea. But you know, but a lot of people wouldn't want a dirty old VN either. Do you have any street machine? What was that? Hey, do you have a street machine quality car? They have never laid a hands on them. They just paid people to build cars. Yeah, there's a lot of that goes on. If I had a lot of money, like it's recently, okay, because of this channel, normally everything I do myself, okay, but in order to keep content coming for you guys, the guys that work for me have begun to work on my cars, okay. Normally it's me, it's me doing everything. I don't really palm jobs out. I just poke along and do stuff myself. But with the reality of content creating, it makes it very hard, and it's very hard for me to let go and let other people work on my cars. But the boys I've got at the moment are pretty good. Letho, obviously, like we're like brothers. We've been mates forever, and we will be forever. We annoy the piss out of each other, but we realise no one else will put up with us, so we're stuck with each other. He won't even be watching anyway. I could say whatever I want. He doesn't even watch the videos, old captain. Can I spray paint? Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a perfect spray painter. Being a boilermaker, you paint a lot, like handrails, bloody big silos, all sorts of stuff I've painted. So I have spent a lot of time with a spray gun in my hands. A lot of that's just industrial stuff, but the skills do translate. Just car stuff needs to be cleaner, really. So yes, I can paint. Yes, I can panel beat. My father, who I don't really have anything to do with, was an extremely talented man and done everything himself. But anyone down in Geelong that's old school would probably know my father. I haven't spoken to him for a long time, but that's another story in itself. So I grew up with someone that done everything himself. Yeah, okay. I'm the same, built all my own stuff. I enjoy it, you know. What do you think the fastest old Holden VP? Oh, mate, I don't know. Moto Kid from Geelong. How are you, buddy? I used to work at Gary O'Brien Yamaha down in Geelong a lot of years ago now. Did I just hear that right? Did you just say 5,000 subs, Red? Chris, have we hit 5,000 subs? Have we? Surely not. We were nowhere near it before. Really sad. I can't get a VS 5-litre ute P-plates in Victoria. It's hard, buddy, isn't it? The P-plate laws down there. My sister says hello. That come about, the sister thing come about. I got a mate, Milo, and his brother's name was Otis, where I grew up in Geelong. If you're watching Milo, g'day buddy. And he's been buying, he's still down in Geelong now. Milo's actually building an FJ. He's got quite a few cars he's building, and we've been sending different parts to VL steering racks and stuff like that to different places for him recently to get done for these custom cars he's building, right? And I was talking to him the other day. He wanted me to drive a truck down to Geelong, but with my work schedule, I couldn't take the 4 days to drive it down as much as I would have loved to. And I said, have you noticed on a few of the videos it says, say hello to your sister? And he goes, yeah. I said, that's because of you. And he goes, what? I said, can't you remember? Back in the day, I'd turn up and go, where's your sister, dude? And he'd lose it. He'd go, get away from my sister. You're not allowed anywhere near my sister. So that's where that come from, say hello to your sister, because you'd leave and go, hey, Milo, say hello to your sister. He'd lose it. I don't know what his sister's doing now, but maybe I should ring him and ask for her phone number. What do you reckon? Do you reckon he'd be happy? I'm not too sure, but anyway. He was a good dude, still is, from the sounds of things. He runs some business down there doing suck trucks or something like that. So, yeah, I don't know. The funny things we do to mates over the years, eh? The people you come across and the mates you have. All right, what do we got? Do it, ring Milo, ask him. Nah, he's an old person, he's an old man like me now. He probably won't even say anything. His sister's probably married with children these days. It's been a while. I'm off, see you, thanks for the live stream. No worries, Elliot, thank you very much for joining us, buddy. Have you subscribed? But yeah, I hope you join next time, buddy. Happy to have you on board. Obviously, I'm not getting much work done, am I? Can't even get this bloody seal out. The worst thing is if I get this seal out and then I've got the wrong seal to put back in, that'll be devastating, won't it? All right, seals are out. Grab a rag. I might even grab some sealer. I'll double check to make sure they're the right seals. Do you have any idea to make more videos? Yes, I have quite. Thank you very much for subscribing, buddy. You're a legend. Thank you, Elliot, and enjoy the rest of your day, buddy. Do you watch Cletus? Always watch Cletus. Always watch Mighty Car Mods. Both of them. Love both of them. A lot of the reason why I do what I do is because of those guys and the content they create. Okay. Do I have any more video ideas? Yes. Well, we've got the Ayers Rock one coming up. There is a Ferrari kit car down in Adelaide. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to road trip that back. That lighting's not the best. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to road trip that back or not because it's got no motor in it, but we'll see what we can do on that one. I may transport it back. We've got that VL one coming up. MCM, yep, big fan. Who wouldn't be a fan of MCM? I think they're the leaders of what, you know, for what we do today, aren't they? They're the ones that sort of grandfathered the way for all of us to be able to achieve it. I've got some handlebars here for my motorbike, so there's some more content. The Ferrari one, actually, the kit car Ferrari, I don't know if you guys want EDE, Daily Driven Exotics, they're pretty big over in the US, so that Ferrari, and I got a bit of an idea to do a bit of a parody video to catch their attention so that when we do go to the States, we can maybe hook them and move things along a bit further with their help. The Skid Factory, I don't mind the Skid Factory. Old Turbo Yoda is a very knowledgeable person, very, very good at what they do, but yeah, I don't know, it's just, I don't really watch them, that one at all. Yeah. I just wasn't sure when I got these handlebars. Trying to do everything one-handed is a bit of a mission. I don't know if you guys saw that I got motorbike the other day, but I want to get rid of these bars and put these ones on. I just don't know if they're big enough. I don't think they are. No, they're not going to be. I don't know if you can see that, but they're not quite wide enough. But that's all right. I'll have to measure them up. I didn't measure them up properly. I was in the truck and I'll stop somewhere. Sorry, I'm not there. No, you're all right, Nicole. It's all good. Nicole's been extremely sick. Have I got any EL board? Any EL? You can have it for like $800. It's mint. It had Rego on it till Friday. Rego's only just ran out. But yeah, an old guy didn't want it anymore and didn't have the money to pay the Rego here. Now I'll run through Kingatow, okay, which is, as you can see, it is actually a running daily business, okay. Started out with the tow trucks, okay, and then Letho come on board and wanted something to do, which is why the wrecking yard and the engine reconditioning shop come on board. Now, I am never here. Very, very rarely am I here. So it's like there's two businesses running. So parts, I have no idea. I bring the cars here, Leith sells the parts, works out what leaves, what goes, what gets scrapped. So there's two pages, Kingatow and Kingatow Parts, and there's two phone numbers, one for towing and one for parts. So if you can't find the parts one, message me, say, dude, I need the parts number, and I'll send it through to you, and you can deal with Letho, and he'll help you out with all your parts. But I know nothing about what goes on, very rarely. The only stuff I know about is like your old Jags, the old HRs, and stuff like that. That's actually my personal stuff that I know what goes on here. Other than that, runs the parts side of things completely. And when you have a good employee, you do not try and micromanage them and tell them what to do too much. You let them run their show and do what they can and make sure they're happy so that they stay. And yeah, so anyway, yeah, parts and towing, two different businesses. Happy to help you. Yeah. All right. Is that a soft tail? No, it's some Korean high song thing. It's just a cheap one. G'day Kyle, how are you, buddy? It's a high song 650, so just a Japanese thing, just to chop apart and build some sort of, I want to build like a motocross bobber sort of style thing. What's your favourite car that I drive in? Oh, it's hard, mate. Stream's down. Is it? Streamer down? It dropped out. Has it dropped out, everyone? Though I have lost, there's probably half the amount of people on there. How's the camera going? The new cameras, haven't had any money to buy them, so they haven't gone yet. Yeah, works fine. Okay, cool. There you go. There's the number there for the shard. Yep, that's the right number. I am in the midst of putting up another website for parts and stuff, because I do get a lot of phone calls for people wanting the parts number. It's back on. That'll be why the numbers dropped down so far. See, that's how bad the internet is here. Like, I've been in here, as soon as I walked out there, she dropped up. Yeah. Okay, it's still working. Just had to refresh it. Seems fine now. Cool. Yeah, the numbers are starting to go up again. What's my favourite car I drive? Okay, favourite car. Today, today it's that 300ZX. I've had a wonderful day driving around in that today, me and young Mia. The SV89, honestly, that I still haven't fixed anything on it. The lights still don't work and the rear window's still not in it. I stick the trade plate on it and drive that around. I love it. It's awesome. WRXs, Nicole's WRX is awesome. That's why I'm hanging to get that other black WRX going, which you'll see a video tonight on that one. I don't know. What else have I got at the moment? Oh, my SS50, like if I can get that out, like, because it's always locked in the driveway, you can't get it out. It's an awesome car, like the SS50. I don't know, I just love them all. Like, it's, yeah. Do I have any XA GT Phase 4 parts? No, mate. No, but a mate, Andrew, down in Brisbane, I think I've put up his number before, and he actually picked up an XB Ute today, and he has an XT Ute coming in. Apparently the XB seems okay, but the XT is a bit rough. So if you want an XB Ute, Andrew, his details are in one of the descriptions, or message me and I'll hand it on, and you might be able to get yourself an XB Ute. He should have that home by now. It was a couple of hours away when I spoke to him a few hours ago, so yeah. What about the black Holden Ute? Yeah, the SS50. It's awesome. I love the SS50. And getting that steering wheel redone, spending that $200 and something to get that steering wheel redone, turn that into a beautiful car, eh? Moto Kid, look at your subs, bro. I can't because I'm on my phone. Nicole, where are we at with subs? Has it gone? Have these guys really done me a solid, have they, and smashed out the subscribers? Oh, mate, dudes, thank you. Like, total legends. If you have, that means I can contact that company and try and make $1. which would be nice, eh? But it's not all about the money, it is about the cars. You know, you guys don't understand either. Like, you guys enjoy the videos, but you don't know how much you've helped me to get my cars done, because I'm under the pump all the time now to make sure I've got content for you guys. And instead of just relaxing, I need 330 subs to make 5,000 apparently. Yeah, so if you haven't subscribed, guys, that'd be great. I understand why you don't want to if you don't want your notifications all the time, but yes, I do appreciate it if you do. But it's forced me to really start getting these cars done. You know, like I'd always poke along, and then say one day Nicole needed a car, so that green Jag out there, me and Leith, 2 nights we spent on it, smashed it out, got it registered, and the way it went, like we get them going. But it's been good. A guy the other day, I was speaking to him, someone was asking about ideas. I've only seen 2 likes so far. Hit the button. Thanks, mate. Subs. Thanks, dudes. Already subbed 7 times. That's the spirit. I've got a video idea coming up. I'm going to try and find time this week to do it. It's everyone wants to build a rat rod. Okay, you can go and buy a cab from somewhere, like an old truck cab, to put on a HQ chassis. Okay, but I'm not going to get in depth with it here now because it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I'm going to explain to you in Queensland with the mod plate system, okay, and Australia-wide with the pricing system of what they're worth. I'm trying to get the light right for you, sorry guys. If you build it on a HQ chassis, what's it going to be worth? And if you're going to super chat from Paul, you are a legend, dude. Thank you very much, Paul. Paul's a local guy. He has used me for towing over the years and parts and everything, and now he's supporting me on YouTube, and I can't ask for better customers and friends, really, because he is a friend these days as well, for helping. Anyway, okay, so yeah, it'll be a bit of a hot rod show. It'll show you either using Jag front ends or Sora front ends or the old school L300 front ends, which I don't have here anymore because I don't have them anymore. Yeah, okay, but just the ins and outs of which is the better way to go. If you do go with a HQ chassis, what you need to do for ADRs, which are your registration laws, using a newer chassis with an older cab and all this sort of stuff. And that, anyway, I'll run through that in a video. So there's a video idea that's coming up. It'll be, because I know when I first tried to learn about what had to be done to build a hot rod with the laws and the front ends and what braking systems I'm going to need and what cabs fit and what doesn't work and all the rest of it. It was very hard to find information. I have a head full of it. Yeah, so hopefully that's going to be helpful to a lot of you guys that want to build a rat rod, and guys that have never thought about building a rat rod will see how easy it actually is to put one together too. So there's another video. I'm going to try and do it this week. I'll see how we go. I've got a fair bit on at the start of the week, but yeah. Any XR6 or XR8 front seats. There's the XR8 that we're building. There's an XR6 out there as well. We're going to make up one interior out of the 2. There is a complete XR6. It's not sitting there anymore here that we're going to sell, a BA1 if you want a complete car. Can I sub? Moto Kid, can you sub? Yes, I sub, yes. I'm going to make an old 89 Rodeo into a rod looking for on my channel. Okay. Problem with the Rodeos is you end up with 6 stud wheels, and then you've got to buy mags for them, and then find a good set of wheels that are 6 stud to put tyres to match a hot rod sort of style car. Makes it very hard. But anyway, I'll run in through all those things that make it hard. Kyle White, $5 from New Zealand. Thank you very much, dude, for that super chat. You're an absolute legend. Do you have any questions? Is there any way I can help you at all, Kyle? What does everyone ask for parts? Still, I'm sure Red explained it enough. Why does everyone still ask? Yeah, mate, my phone rings constantly for people needing the parts number. I go to send them the parts number, and when I go into my messages, I've sent it to them 4 times before. But that's just how it is. I'm happy to do it. I'm in business. I've got to answer the phone and help people where I can. So it's just part of that. I know a little bit about what's in here. People do get the shits with me. There's Nicole putting up the parts number again if anyone wants parts. The yard doesn't open again until 8 o'clock in the morning though. Leith is extremely sick at the moment. So I'm pretty sure he doesn't want phone calls today. Chrysler 300C. What do I think of Chrysler 300Cs? Moto Kid. Chrysler 300Cs, they're okay. I don't really have a massive opinion on them. I don't mind them. They're a V8. You can't go wrong. In time to come, Moto Kid, I'm hoping to, okay, now this is a long while off, okay, but I'm hoping to put together something the same, not the same, but very similar to Cletus and Cars, okay? A massive car show that's not Power Cruise, okay, but it will be out here. It will be out in Western Queensland. The airport, the council, I've had a lot of trouble with the council over the years, like a lot, and a lot. But now the mayor, Keith Campbell, who's our local mayor around here, I'm good mates with him now. He's a top bloke and he's very helpful to me. The lady that has been investigating me forever for having too many cars and all sorts of crap, she's an events lady that tries to promote the area out here. She is the one to talk to use the airport out here at Kingatow. So I'm hoping that they're going to work with me to give me the airport to use for a large event like that. So I want to put on a massive event. Dyno, drifting, yeah, big car show, whatever else I can think up at the time as well. So, sorry, got to go to work. No worries, Jaden. See you, buddy. Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. The video will go up to be watched anyway. Wednesday night, Jaden, we're hopefully going to get started on this parts thing. It all depends on time between now and then to do it. Cody Brown, $15.99. You are a legend, Cody. Thank you very much, mate. It is very appreciated, mate, the super chats. It all helps to move things along. If you've got any questions, Cody, even if you want to message me on my Kingatow page, if you need a little bit more in-depth help with something, please do it, mate. I appreciate the super chat, mate. You're a legend. Thank you very much. What was I doing? I need some ultra grey. Obviously, I still got no work done, but at least I felt bad yesterday that the live feed didn't work, guys. It was, you know, I was spewing. Nicole was absolutely crook, dragged herself out of bed to come over here and help. Who we got? Shaylee Murphy. Thank you very much, Shaylee. Really appreciate the super chat. If you've got any questions or anything like that, please let me know. Just want to see the content keep coming, brother. Mate, I'm trying, doing my best to keep the content coming and trying to come up with new stuff all the time. Yeah, and at times, like, I think I was talking to someone the other day, they said something and I said, mate, well, it's hard because I can't show you something different because what I'm doing is my life. This is what I do all day, every day. This is who I am and where I am, and I've just taken you guys along for the ride and I hope you enjoy it. It's, yeah, Shaylee, if you do need help with something else or got any questions, you can message me on my Kingatow page or Google my phone number, message me, and that's any of you guys with super chats that need help. Just, yeah, if I can help, I will, you know. There's no harm, no skin off my nose to answer questions for you, or it might be something very simple that helps you out. I know cars can be very frustrating, just like finding ultra grey to put this seal in, but yeah. Yeah, there's the turbo kit for the VN that doesn't fit. I didn't pay a lot for it, so I'm not too worried. And yeah, the boat this year is going to be mad, so we might even get that boat going. Get Aaron to set up Wi-Fi with range extenders. Yeah, Aaron actually gave me a range extender yesterday. Yeah, Melbourne. G'day, buddy. Message went away. From Melbourne. G'day, Charles. How are you, buddy? I'm from Geelong, mate, so not far away. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We're trying to hit that 5,000 subscribers. Yeah, oh, there's Aaron there. Burn FPV. See that Burn FPV, everyone? Go have a look on his channel. He still hasn't sent me through the footage for his drone stuff, but he is actually in tonight's video, and you guys will think he's a freaking legend because I do. Like what he pulled off. Crazy. Like, you wait, tonight's video. It's yeah, they quoted me ridiculous money to fix this ECU. An old Aaron FPV legend. Like, you will be amazed. He yeah, and it's not something he does every day too. He's just the same as me, just had a bash. yeah, just had a bash at it, and it paid off this time. It's crazy. Ultra Grey. Fuck, I wish Letho was here. He'd know where it is. Yeah, he's pretty crook, the old captain. He's down at a friend's place, and she's looking after him this weekend. So yeah, I wonder if that copper stuff actually sets dry hard. Does it? Yeah, it seems to. Might just use that. Yeah. But all right, what else we got going on? See you later. See you later, Liam. Thank you for joining in, buddy. I hope you can come along for the ride again. I'm getting hard down panel wall van. Okay. Podcast information. Okay, the pod filter. If you put in the pod filter into it's a red icon. Okay. Yeah. So the guys that have just joined us, one of the boys from the podcast, the Pod Filter. It's an Australian podcast. They're over in WA. He just messaged in to say that they're recording it in 2 days' time or something, and they're going to mention the channel, which is awesome. So if you guys haven't got a podcast app on your phone, whack in the podcast app, look for the Pod Filter. They're very entrenched in the WA car scene over there. They have different guests on. They talk cars, and yeah, there's a British bloke that's one of the presenters as well. He's got some Honda stuff, so very, very mixed bag of stuff. They talk a bit of motorbikes, what they've bought for their cars. It's not too bad. It's, yeah, when you're in the truck as much as me, it's great to have a bit of variety in your life. Got to love a Bedford. Yeah, man. Oh, there's Tony. Tony, the guy that just commented then, Tony, he actually done all the rust in the gutters on this van. He's a legend, but he won't take any more cars off me at the moment. Tony, come on. We want to drop them off. Everyone, tell Tony we need to drop more cars off to get the rust fixed. He's selling his house. I understand, Tony. I understand, mate. It's all good. It's all good, buddy. We'll get there again. Hey, Holden lovers. How are you, buddy? Looking forward to seeing the 89 get fully rebuilt. I am extremely looking forward to having that thing mint as well, but I'm also enjoy driving it a lot. So I'm going to give her half a tidy up soon, and we are going to maybe go to some car shows and show you guys what it's like. Perhaps, yeah, I'll do that. Take us to some car shows, let you guys know where we're going to be, and you can come and have a look at how bad it was. But I am going to pull all the interior. Shit, sorry guys. I am going to pull all the interior out of it and get rid of all the mold, because it is extremely bad in that car. But I still love driving it. I can't help myself. But just get in it and drive it around everywhere with no rear window and no lights. It's just lucky that I've got a very understanding police force out here. Yeah, I know I shouldn't, but what do you do? But yeah, the 300ZX has been good today though. I've quite enjoyed it. Yeah, it's a beautiful car, but it's got to go. I'd rather the WRX, but I'm sure that there's someone out there that will show it the love it deserves. I had a really mint R33 Skyline, and it just sat in the shed. Like, it only had like 80,000 Ks on it or something when I sold it. But I never used it, and I know that there are other people out there that would love it. I fully stuffed my VN. What did we say there? I saw VN, so you've got me intrigued now. Okay, I stuffed my VN, I ran it into a channel full of water. Shit, okay. Then got into an accident a day or so later. Got into an accident and stuffed the pillar. Oh, okay. So what do you think I should do with the pillar? Okay. Sometimes the A-pillars and stuff like that can be a write-off where you won't be able to get another roadworthy. If you can send me some photos though, and where you are, send me the photos first and we'll have a look. We'll see. I'll give you my opinion and probably the easiest way to fix it. And yeah, we'll go from there. So yeah, if you go onto the Kingatow page, or even if you Google Kingatow, you'll come up with my phone number, and then just send me the pictures and we'll just go through the process. I might not be able to help, but sometimes talking to someone helps. I don't know. Yeah, but if I can help, and thank you very much for the super chat as well. And I will help people without a super chat, just so as you know. It's not all about the money, it's about the cars. But the money definitely helps. My kids do enjoy to eat, especially when I waste so much of my money on, all of my money on cars. Yeah, hey mate, loving the content. What's the white EDEF in the yard? Is that a sedan, the one you're talking about, mate? The EDEF? There's an XD, I think, up on top of the pile. I'll just get this seal in and we'll go for a walk out in the yard if you want. I'll just get this in first though, and then we will go and have a look. As soon as I can find something to put the seal in with. That one. Yeah. Yeah, is that the one you're talking about? You must be local if you've seen the Falcon up on top of yeah. It's send you a text later. No worries. Send me the text. We'll have a look at the photos and I'll do what I can for you. There's my number there. That one that just got put up by Devana Lee Designs. That's my wife. She's just put that up there. So if you just text me through to that number, the details, and I will do what I can to help. How's your day? My day's Daniel. My day's been awesome, buddy. I've been out cruising in the 300ZX. I got it back from paint. And yeah, just I was supposed to come to work this morning, but I ended up driving around with Mia all day. Yeah, high on top of a few cars. I've seen it in the back of a video. Okay, yeah, I know the one you're talking about. It's very rusty from memory, but we will go out and have a look in a minute. I'll just get this front seal in, and then we will go out and have a quick look if you like. I'll just sit that there. It says rotate. There we go. It's happy. Yep, we're all happy. Laughing. We're that happy. We've got lipstick in our ears from our big smile. All right. Christ. How the fuck did I get that in? I went looking for these seals the other day. I bought two, and then I couldn't find them. And I was thinking, shit, I've got to buy new ones. And then when I went and bought new ones, they're only like $3.50 anyway. Don't know why I wasted an hour looking for them. I buy stuff to do a project and then don't get to it for weeks and lose pieces. But they all get finished in the end. I'm hanging to drive this van. I had an old guy that was going to buy it off me, but I wouldn't sell it to him until I got it going because I wanted to drive it. Bloody ridiculous, eh? It's not going the way I want it to, that's for sure. Sorry guys, just got to concentrate on this a little bit more, and then we will go out and have a look in the yard, eh? I won't be long. I'll answer some more questions. And yeah, I'm just replacing the front seal in this Trimatic gearbox. This Bedford van's going to have the original 3-speed automatic, which is called a Trimatic. They're actually the same gearboxes that come out in your HTGKs, the 3-speed autos, HQ, J, X, Z, and the WBs also ran Trimatics, and so did your early Commodores. So VB, VV, VC, VH came out with Trimatics. So just a bit of background information there for you. But the Bedfords that were delivered by Holden, okay, so Holden were the dealerships that used sold Bedfords back in the day. But anyway, okay, same as Kia. I think Toyota's doing Kia now. That sort of same deal. All right, I should put an LS in that van. No, it's not worth it. It's not a race car. I'd rather finish the LS out in my hardtop. Yes, it would be nice with an LS. I'm not going to butcher the thing, so I'm just putting the standard motor back in it. Tony's done all the rust in it, and it is a very, very solid vehicle now. So if someone wanted to buy this to put a V8 or something in, that'd be great. Do I have any early VB, VK Commodores? I think there's a VL sedan. There might be I think there's a VC Commodore over there as well somewhere. But we will go for a quick walk now. 5-litre turbo, yes, it is on the cards. It might be like a supercharged one in the drift car though, I'd say. See you later. Would it be possible to get a shout out? Yeah, man. Moto Kid, legend. Into a camper. There's no point turning this. Okay, of this one here, I wanted a Bedford van, but I could not find a short wheelbase anymore. I ended up buying the long wheelbase one. Because I couldn't find a short wheelbase. So I'm going to finish the long wheelbase to sell it to use the money to build the short wheelbase. No worries, Moto Kid. I hope to have you along for the ride next time, buddy. I'm just going out here now to have a look at this Falcon. Keen as, keep up the sweet videos, Rad. Thank you very much, mate. Cruiser Kovanik. It's hard to watch the thingos. Are there any AU Ford Fairlanes? There's a couple of Fairlanes here. I'm not sure if they're AU or not. I think there might be a blue one. I'm not sure. Leith is the one to talk to about parts though, and what cars are here. I don't really know. How many tow trucks do I have? 3 or 4 or 5, something like that. I'm not sure. Going at the moment too. Here she is here. It's rough. Okay. That's it there. It's I don't know if it's really, you need to come and have a look to see if it's really restorable. But if someone wants to build a drift car or something, see this blue, can you see that there? I can't see where the camera's pointing. It's a Starion, a 2-door Starion. Someone's chopped the front and back end. Job is secure. The live streams, yeah. Yeah, it might be a nice drift car project for someone. There's no motor or diff or anything yet. Someone's chopped it all apart, but I don't know. If you had some way of building some sort of drift car, it might be something cool and cheap for someone to build. It's good to know. My job is secure with the live streams. Yeah, that's for sure. You may already have covered it, but that style of wheels put on the Bedford. On this Bedford, honestly, this Bedford here is honestly just getting it going. A young bloke, Mitchell, who has done work for me before, wanted some work, and I think he might be going to look at doing some panel work on it to get it painted and a little bit more presentable. These vans are worth ridiculous money these days, actually. You can't get them. And at the moment, it has a 10-bolt Pontiac diff in the back, which gives us HQ pattern. The front has been converted to disc brake Ford. So I have these Ford wheels here, which are nothing special. They're just to get it going. These wheels here, they come in on an EL or something the other day. See them? Can you see the wheels? They're nothing special, but they're a heavy. Is that focusing? Not really. They come in the other day on a Falcon, but they're a heavy sort of wheel, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's them there. They're nothing special. They're just a wheel. I'll probably clean them up, paint them, whatever, but they're nothing special. But easy to get tyres for. Being a big heavy van, they've got a large sidewall. Yeah, so they'll just end up on this van. I'm building a solid base for someone to make what they want. I'm not going to deck the back out. It's already mod plated, I think, for seats, but I've got some nice Rodeo seats there. You can't really see them in there, but they're clean and tidy. I'll go through the brake system. I'll put a good diff in it. I'll have a good motor and box so it's usable and drivable. If someone wanted to put a V8 in it, all the rust is done and they can put a V8 in it because the brake system and all that will be sorted. But it'll be a good solid base for someone to do what they want to do. It will be more than usable with the 6-cylinder and everything in it, and they could maybe just do the back out or whatever. But the state this van was in is too much of a project for most people. Okay, but I'll get it to a point where it's manageable for most people. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But that's all I'm achieving with this van. I'm not keeping it. It's going. I've got another one out the front that is 10 times worse than this one, but a short wheelbase that I want to put flares on and big wheels and all this sort of carry on. But anyway, yeah. What do we got? Do I have any Holden VS Trio wheels? No, none of those. Sorry, mate. Geez, I've got a white. Wheels are about the only thing I know what's here and what's not because I'm obsessed with them. White VE Fairmont, maybe interested. I missed that. I've got a white VE Fairmont, so maybe interested in some parts off. Yeah, no problems. Just come and talk to Leith. He's here 8 till 5, Monday to Friday, and 8 till 1 on a Saturday, and he runs the parts side of things. Please don't get shitty at me when you ring me and I say, mate, I honestly have no idea. I'm never at the yard. Please call this guy. It's not that I don't want to talk to you. It's just simply because I don't know. Like, what had happened is I'd have to get off the phone to you, then I'd have to ring Leith, and then I'd have to get off the phone from him and then ring you, and then you'd ask me another question, so I'd have to get off the phone again, and then I'd have to ring Leith. It's easier just to talk to him. Does that make sense? I'm pretty sure it does. But yeah, it's not that I don't want to... Mate, I'd love to be in the yard here all day, every day, working on cars, but the reality of it is Kingatow is a towing company, and that means you're towing things, you're out in the truck all the time. And yeah, and I am just out in the truck constantly towing and working every day, except for today, thank God. But yeah, it is nice to get a break out of the truck for a while. Content would be awesome, more hardtop content. Yes, I agree 100%. It would be great to start on the hardtop and do stuff on that, but yeah, but it's not paying the bills at the moment, and there's plenty of other stuff that's stuck in here at the moment for me to build. I will get to the hardtop, but the hardtop realistically is when that's done, it's a $100,000 vehicle. It's not just a case of pull some crap out of the yard and whack it together. So it needs to be done properly. I've got the 4-link kit there for it. I've got a True Track diff for it already. The LS is sitting in there. I'm going to have to build some pipes for it very soon. There is stuff happening in the background for the hardtop, but it's a big dollar build. It's not just something we play with. So it will happen, but you know, time and money, if that makes sense. So I hate to keep talking about money, but it seems like it's what makes the world go round, doesn't it? But it's all good. I do get to play with cars every day, and having you guys along for the ride, I'm very blessed and I'm very happy, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. It's definitely making me get my cars done, which is freaking awesome. It is very frustrating for me as well, having all these cars sitting around and nothing happening, but we are getting there, that's for sure. Very fortunate to have Leith. Without Leith or the captain here all the time, it would even less stuff would get done. But yeah, not that a lot, you know, he's busy as well, just doing his things. Any reverse cow scoop bonnets or scoops? No. The one that's on the formula, I got Replaglass down in Brisbane to actually, I bought the scoop. In the end, I just gave them the bonnet and got them to do it because I don't have time. It cost me about $7.50 or something to get it done. The one that's on my ute, I bought from Luke, the same guy I bought the turbo kit for the VLs. Yeah. Do I want to sell my VL? I don't even have a VL. They've only got those shells out there. Do you want to sell your VL? Do you want to sell your VL? Do you want to sell your VL? See the number there, Kingatow Parts. At this point, maybe not, because I'm about to buy one, so I'm going to need parts. You know, yes and no. I don't know. To be honest, I don't advertise cars for sale because Facebook's a pain in the ass. Yeah, that's my number there for towing, and the other one is for parts. If anyone was interested, I might be selling my VSSS, okay, soon. If anyone is interested, I just have trouble parting with it. Yeah, I'm hearing you, brother. I'll let everyone know when I decide. No worries, James. Well, we are going to be having a new live feed on a Wednesday night at about 7:30. It'll start, go for a couple of hours, I suppose. How much is the 300ZX going for? I'll talk about that in just a sec. So you'll be able to send in your cars and parts and stuff like that. The live feed for the Wednesday nights, I'm hoping to put together something that will be, say you're in Sydney, okay, and you've got a Gemini and you want doors for a Gemini. You'll be able to send the picture in, I'll bring it up, I'll show it, and I'll say, look, this dude's in Sydney. Is there anyone out there that has doors for a Gemini? Then I'll get a message from a dude that says, mate, I've got some, but I'm in Canberra. No worries, I'll grab his details and then put you two together. So we won't be blasting all your details all over the internet, but we'll try and just, put you together to try and do it. Around $6,000, seems pretty, is that for your VS, is it? Okay, it sounds pretty reasonable these days for a VSSS if it's fairly tidy. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, Instagram seems to be going, Instagram seems to be going quite well. You'll see a lot more of the behind the scenes stuff with, I've filmed none of this today. Whoops. He wouldn't be wanting to pay 4.5. He's just lowballing the guy that had the VS. He's not saying 4.5 for those VLs. Jeez, surely. Yeah, it's yeah. So the parts thing, we'll see where it ends up. Basically, yeah. Put this converter in. I hate putting converters in. All right, guys, well, I might try and get some work done. So, I don't know if you guys want me to stay or what, but, who else hates putting torque converters in? Like, I don't know if you can see there, when you put a torque converter in, they, okay, when you put a torque converter in, I don't know how many of you know, but you've got to go in 3 clicks basically till the converter can go back and touch the housing. If it's not all the way back and touching the housing, you'll smash your, yeah, I agree, Wayne. Yeah, you've got to make sure the converter actually touches the housing, because if it's not, right, because it won't matter, you can, once the motor's together, you can pull it forward to connect it onto your flywheel, but unless that's all the way back and you try and do up your bell housing, you'll crack your bell housing every single time. And the problem is, with the torque converter, right, you've got this, see those there? They actually slot into the drive pump, okay, so they make the pump turn to get pressure, okay, and unless you get them in the right spot, because it's got to go in, see you got your spline, so the splines have got to drop in, and then that's got to drop in. So generally it clicks in, most of them click in 3 times before you can, so you've got to line up the first spline. Someone might know a special trick on how to do it, but all I know is keep turning and playing with it. There's a VS in Melbourne for 8.5. Yeah, no, that's it. If it's tidy, $6 is a good price. It's just, yeah. Things are what they're worth. You've got to pay how much they are. It's just, there's no other way about it. Like, it's just, that is just how much things are. People keep bitching about how much VNSSs are, but that's just how much they are. Like, it's just, there's nothing you can do but pay what the market wants. Like, and if you don't want to pay it, you don't own it. It's that simple. It's, yeah. And people that lowball, I don't even respond to them. I don't, honestly, if you lowball me, I'll never ever respond to you again. Like, I just don't have time to piss about. This is how much it is. And if you don't like it, see you later. Like, someone else will buy it. If it's worth that, it's worth that. It is simple. The generation of lowballing people, I don't know where that come from, but it is bloody ridiculous. Oh, come on. There we go. Do you see that drop in then? But I still don't think it's all the way in. Looks like it'll clear. Oh no, it's all the way back. Just making sure it is clear. Yeah, it is. Yeah, all right. I'll have another look at that in a sec. I'll look at some more comments again. Sorry, guys, I was just trying to get that right. How much for the VNSS? How much for a VNSS in Australia? Okay. A rough project, okay, started about $2.5 up to about $4.5 for a rough semi-complete project. Something that's reasonable, runs, dries with shitty paint can be $6 to $8. Something that's fairly good and, you know, like it's presentable is 12 grand, 14 grand. And then something that's really clean jumps straight to 20. And then something that's really good, 25 to 30. that's the reality. VS Commodores, I haven't really been watching the market, but if I found one for $3,000, if I found one for $3,000, I think I'd be doing really well. Good clean ones, $8,000-ish, something like that, maybe up to 12 if it's really, really special. They are coming up in price. VPs, I never thought they were going to go up in price, but they have jumped. Like, they're worth really good money now. VLs, absolutely stupid money all the time, but no one ever says, look, what gets me is, to me personally, okay, I'll get lynched for this comment, but to me, the VN SS was the last of the Australian muscle cars. That is the last. Live axle, Holden V8. Yeah, it was, that to me was the last of the muscle cars. The VL, I've never been a big fan. The RB30, Nissan motor. I know now, I should have seen the writing on the walls about the Nissan motor and the JDM scene and all this sort of stuff, which makes the VL a lot more inviting to younger generations that are into JDM stuff, okay? That is perhaps why the VLs are worth so much money, because they have that JDM Nissan sort of element to them. I'm not going to have a choice but to finish because my battery's going to go flat in a minute. What size V8 can you drive for P-plate car? I don't know, to be honest, mate. I haven't been following the P-plate laws. And up here, because I moved from Victoria to Queensland, so I done my P-plates in Victoria. When I moved to Queensland, you didn't even have to display P-plates back then. But yeah, yeah, and I actually saw a backpack on my Instagram. You'll see a picture of a backpack for the Dukes of Hazzard toolboxes. There's a Dukes of Hazzard backpack as well, yeah. VN are the last, for sure, of the muscle cars. I believe that with my whole heart. Once you go to the VR, and the VRs do have some solid axle, but then you go to independent rear suspensions, and don't get me wrong, I love CV8 Monaros and that sort of stuff. And yes, you do have your Holden V8s, but I just feel that the VN was the last of the muscle cars. Like, the VK was awesome with the Brock thing. Walking Shores, they were just a different thing altogether. Like, they just, and unattainable to the average man, if that makes sense to you. VNs, a muscle car, it needs to be attainable as well. They're not this is all my opinion. This has nothing to do with logic. This has nothing to do with real life, but this is just what I think. And the Walking Shores were always priced that much that the average man could never buy them. So they're more in your, as far as I'm concerned, they might as well be a Lamborghini. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's so yeah, the VN just seemed to be the cutoff, and the VN 89 model, buddy. Yeah, so then the VLs, I respect what they are. Like, they go hard and all the rest of it, but they're not reliable power. They can be if you spend a lot of money on an RB. Letha actually hates RBs. When I told him I bought that VL stuff, Christ, you should have seen the tears. But yeah, I don't know. But that's just my opinion. I wouldn't mind to get a VR as well, but yeah, small parts. Yeah, small parts we can post. Okay, if someone asked about posting, we've had trouble before because of where we are, trying to sell diff centers, gearboxes, and all that sort of stuff to Sydney, Melbourne, and everywhere else. The time that we spend to try and find a courier and all the rest of it to get prices, and then the person goes, geez, that's too much. So we don't even bother wasting our time anymore. If it can go into Australia Post, not a problem, we'll post it out. But if it can't and it needs to be freighted, then we just don't even bother getting prices. We are happy to work with a freight company if you chase down the freight company. But yeah, my dad has an ex-cop car, VN. It flew. I could tell you a story about a VN cop car, but I won't because I'll end up in jail. I have a VR 5-litre cam, blueprinted. Yeah, man, what a difference it makes blueprinting a motor and balancing it, eh? Have I ever got into V8 supercars? No, I've never. Following motorsport, I'm a do it sort of guy. You know what I mean? I'm not a watcher, if that makes sense. Hey Nick, can you send me a message regards Facebook? I'm pretty sure that went in. I don't want to pull it back out to see if it went in 3, but as far as I can tell, you just... So I'm just trying to get this converter in, guys. We got what would ship parts to New Zealand. Honestly, we've had nothing but trouble. Australia Post will ship parts. It just depends on how big the parts package is. Like, it's the freighting side of things is the large, heavy stuff that we have trouble every time trying to send. But I sent a blower, an 871 blower, down to Matt, a mate in Geelong, a while back, and he used pack and send. He just got me to drop it to pack and send, and they packaged it and sent it. But yeah, if this drops out, guys, it's because my battery went flat. I just pulled the converter back out because I don't know, if any of you guys have ever cracked a bell housing, you'll understand why I'm so paranoid. What about an LSD carriers to New Zealand? I don't know, I'm out of work. You say, Paul? You've been working forever, buddy. I'm out of work. Oh, I'm out to work. Have a good day. See you, Paul. Have a good night, buddy. Thank you very much for the super chat, mate. You're a legend. A lot of these companies, yes, there's all those freight companies in Australia, but you've got to remember, we're in Western Queensland, 2.5 hours to 3 hours west of Brisbane. Okay, so we don't have all the services out here that, haha, there you go. Right, I got paranoid before. See, I know you guys probably don't care, right, but I do. See, it's dropped right in. Remember how I said you need the converter? I know I seem excited, right? I know I seem excited, but I hate putting converters in, and I've cracked bell housings when I was younger, and now I'm just paranoid about it. But that there has dropped right back in. So you can see across, I don't know if you just probably don't care, but there's plenty of room there to pull the converter forward. I can't get my fingers, where is it? Can you see? I can't get my fingers up behind the converter anymore. Okay, it still spins obviously, but yeah, it's right in there. You've got to get those 3 clicks to go in, the 2 shaft ones and the pump one, and then it slides all the way back in. Otherwise, you'll see you later, Kyle. See you next. Yeah. Anyway, you've got to make sure that clicks in all the way for it to work properly, basically. So I'm going to try and set you guys up somewhere. Young Jake come over to visit me. Oh no, he's still here. The Jag's out there. He's still here. So yeah, great videos, mate. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Ben. I appreciate the support, buddy. It is very, very hard to know what to film, what to post, and what to put up. So far, I seem to be somewhere near kicking the goals. Yeah, and we'll just keep making the content. I'm looking forward to a lot more of these road trips. Do I have a VS Commodore parts? Yes, mate. There'd be 10 of them out there. Kingatow Parts on Facebook, or Nicole will post up the phone number for the part show. If you give Leith a call between 8 and 5 during the week, he'll be able to help you out with parts, mate. Just got my VE out of the pound after the police chase last month in Hamilton. What does it cost you guys there? Like, if you get your car impounded here, I think it costs about $2,700 to get it out. It's crazy because they hold on to it, I think, for 30 days. You've got to pay the impound fees and all the rest of it. So, yeah. Kicking goals. Thank you, Stark Resistance, mate. Kicking goals with every video. Thank you. I appreciate it. I sometimes look and think to myself, Christ, I hope this is all right. And you put it up and we'll just get... Things will progress. My editing's getting better. And there'll be better content as things come. There's a lot of cars I'm looking at buying and moving forward with. So it's, yeah. And getting some of these ones out of the way, like the Bedford, and getting the formula finished, we can move on to other stuff. So there's something very relaxing about watching someone else doing their work. Love the channel. Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. 7 cents, 444, $12.50 a day. Don't know what that means, but anyway. Yeah. All right. Be good to see you guys come to Perth. One day we will. We'll come across there. It's a long way to drive across there. That's the only thing. But that doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Now, I'm just going to set this up. I want to try and get this motor matched up to the gearbox, and then we can start looking at putting it in. Put a bit of schmeg on there so it doesn't wreck that seal. Yeah, I can't read comments for a little bit, guys, but Nicole will help you out where she can. Yeah, I don't know, things seem to be poking along all right, and most people seem to be fairly happy. You still get the odd one, but yeah. Whatever works, eh? Lucky I've done it once or twice before. It sort of helps, doesn't it? Yeah, I was lined up. I might even have this in today. What do you reckon? At least having you guys on the light feed, my phone hasn't been ringing. Some weird looking bug just there on the ground. We haven't picked up many people from the States. Is there anyone on here from the United States at all at the moment? We got any people from the States? It seems to be a market we still haven't broken into yet. Been watching for a few weeks now. Love the content. Thank you very much, Thomas. I appreciate the yeah, they can go and flock. That's it, buddy. That's exactly it. Oh, I just need to lighten up and not take it to heart, really. So, and not give them the time of day. So, yeah. What do you do? I don't know. I'm just a bit of a sensitive sort of guy. Yeah, that's what I am. Oh, we're kicking goals, guys. Look, we've got a motor connected to a gearbox, or a gearbox connected to a motor. We've got something like that anyway. Oh, yeah. How did the flocking come up? It came up pretty good. Where is that ute? I think my battery's going to go. Oh, if I walk out the front there, the internet will drop out again. I was going to take you out to the ute. There'll be a video that goes up this week, an update on the little ute. So, yeah, looks like our numbers are starting to drop off, guys. So, I must be a bit boring now that I'm actually doing work. But yeah, that was supposed to go into there. I might actually, yeah. I don't know, it'll be good just to have this motor in. So if I get this in, then old Captain will work through, get the manifold on this week and finish things off for me in between other jobs. But if I don't put the motor in, he doesn't have time during the day to concentrate on doing it. So it'll never get done. So I'm just trying to get this done today. I'll probably work a bit tonight and see what I can get done. So yeah. All right, that's what I need. I've got all bolts there, just need a ratchet. Yeah, I've actually filmed doing none of this because I've done the live feed, but I suppose it won't matter because you are all on board. But I suppose new people that come up will wonder how the motor miraculously ended up in the Bedford, I suppose. Yeah. 88 at its peak today. No, it got up over 90, I think it did, Cody. I think, yeah, a lot of the live feeds now, generally, with the ones that I've actually advertised properly, we're getting up around 160, 170 views, which is good. We're building, we're getting there. Like, it's only early days. I think I'm only 7 weeks in. So, oh yeah, I want to build this tonight. You just reminded me. I want to get this done, but I want to get the videos done as well for you guys tonight. I'll see how I go. I'll get it somewhere near not done, and then I'll head home edit up the video, and yeah. 160 it got to. Oh, 106. Well, there you go. Over 130. Well, there you go. Stuff the haters. They're all just jealous. Nothing better to do. No, that's it. It sort of, it surprises me sometimes, you know, like, but I can understand from the outside. I can understand from the outside looking in why I get hate. You know, it looks like I've got all these cars and I'm really doing well. Like, I am doing okay, don't get me wrong. Like, we're not going to starve, that's for sure. But it's been, I worked my ass off, like, honestly. When everyone else is at the pub or everyone else is out with their families doing something, I'm working. Like, constantly, always. I get in trouble all the time for working all the time. My kids understand that that's just who I am and that I have issues, and it took a long time to build this business to what it is today. So, yeah, so I understand the jealousy and people saying, why have you got so many cars? It is my job, you know, so, but the only way to get anywhere in life is to work your ass off. Doing it halfway will never happen. So, I don't know. What do you do? One-handed engine building just doesn't happen. I can tell you that. All right. I don't know if you can see what's going on. I'm just doing up the bell housing bolts. And yeah, I'd like to be able to find the starter and put that in, because I think it'll be a pressure to try and get the starter into this once it's in the actual van. Yeah. Look at that. Old Captain's a good boy. He put some engine mounts out for me. That's not the best. That one there can't go on. I'm going to have to go hunting for engine mounts. That might even pull me up, I think. I don't know if I've got any engine mounts. Okay, the phone started to go very dim, which means I think I'm losing battery power. Hate that comes from ones that haven't handed everything to them. That's it, a mass shooting. Any chance you'd have a VR VSSS body lip? I don't think so, mate. I'm not sure, but I don't think so. Texas yesterday. Yep. All right, guys. My phone is about to go flat. Good morning. We had one this morning. Oh, a shooting in Texas. Right, there you go. We don't have any guns over in Australia. You know, like, I suppose if I went hunting, like anything, I could find some, but there's just no great need for them. All right, guys. I'm going to go. Thank you very much for all the support. Thank you for tuning in today without any notice. I wasn't sure whether I was going to make it here because the phone starts ringing. So thank you. See you. I'll get home in the next couple of hours, edit a video. I'll be up probably 10 o'clock or something like that. And you'll see the WRX and Aaron. Thank you very much, Aaron, for doing that. But you guys will see how much of a legend he is. Yeah, back on track again this week. Can't think of anything else to say. So I'll see you. Bye. Power off, that'll do. I can't work out how to shit.
While we're standing over there, how much?